Good afternoon.
Peace and blessings to all. If anybody Googles Muta Amin and push on news, one of the first things you're going to see is an article from Tappan Z or Newark.com, NewJersey.com, and it's an issue about sanitation. So let me just revamp it. Usually I come here for other people, but today I'm going to be a little bit selfish, right? All right, so this was 3 years ago. This was 3 years ago when I was ousted for sanitation for speaking up about the low wages. At the time, sanitation was receiving the drivers at the high scale was receiving $19 an hour. $19 an hour. So I looked into the contracts and I see how is this possible. And in the contracts, it has, this is going to be, what's the word they use when they say it's going to continue? And they were a year past the contract. They were a year past their contract negotiations. So when I start speaking about these issues, what start happening is I start getting drawback. The supervisors start saying, I know you finished your route, but you can't go sell books in schools because I'm a children's book author. You got to go do somebody else's route because there's not enough manpower. And they exclusively picked on me. At first, I thought maybe this is just anything, right? But then we had a meeting in sanitation where the director himself said, you're not going to be made permanent because you speak. And then the pandemic happened. At this time, I and my wife, we were looking to purchase a home inside Newark, New Jersey. I was making what sanitation drivers make, and she was making about $30,000 working for Amazon. At the time, a one-family home was roughly about $170,000. You could get one for about $160,000 at this time. We're talking about 2018, 2019. This is when I was supporting Mr. Dupree Kelly. This is the shirt I came up to your studio and purchased from you, brother. Me and we had a long conversation about sanitation. The conversation was so in detail that we had a conversation with Mr. Baraka at the West Ward office so that we could get over these personal issues and start handling business in the West Ward because I am a community leader. I'm not asking to be, I'm saying that the people chose this. When things go wrong, people come to me. When a young lady couldn't get justice, when she couldn't come in this building unduly, unfairly, what happened was I stopped everything that I was doing until that young lady got back in this building, and now she's currently still working for the city. I have been out of employment for 3 years. Since 2020, since the pandemic, I have not been employed. So all of the magnificent things you see going on inside the West Ward, inside Bradley Court, this comes out my wife's pocket, her Amazon pay. I just had an anniversary last week. I couldn't bear to ask her, what are we going to do? Because I know it's coming out her pocket.
Jesus, do nothing.
I say this because I'm hurting, right? As a community leader, I'm getting treated badly, right? So I normally don't talk about me because it's emotional. It's emotional going through this day in and day out. And I still got to get calls and answer problems. I still got to go do hallway checks up in the projects and see 10 eviction notices on doors. I've been to the housing meetings. I spoke to Mr. Patrick Council, Mr. Ross. They were supposed to be sending resources over, a basketball, a baseball, a hockey ball, a tennis net. Nothing came through the entire summer. What we did through the summer is I came out my pocket and we went to that movie theater. Thanks Shaq for having a free day. What we did, we cleaned up Velsburg Park and we made fun how we could. We could do something.
Thank you, Muta. Thank you so much for your comments. Madam Clerk, that concludes the hearing of